conflict right now. Newest member in the East African bloc, and it comes with a lot of pressure. The M23 is citing the fact that they were not included into the military group of DRC, and this was a Tutsi group in the war that was in the DRC Congo. The impact of that on the side of Uganda is that we are having a refugee influx right now. The impact of that on the side of Rwanda is that most recently you did have the DRC expel the ambassador of Rwanda to DRC, sending a message to the Rwandan counterparts saying that no, this is not going to happen, and according to DRC they feel Rwanda is the root cause of this conflict. We do have Stephen Bide on ground talking to Henry Oriem, who's the State Minister for Foreign Affairs, to help us bring to light and understanding these matters and how they may affect Uganda moving forward.
Yes, good morning to you. Thank you so much for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. Stephen Mbide now coming to you from Bugorobi. I'm at the home of the Minister of State for International Relations, Ladit Henry Okero Oriem, and I'm here just because we know that there is some tension. You can even call it the real war in Eastern Congo, that is DRC. We know that tomorrow there is an expected process that is called the Nairobi process that will be sitting in Kenya, just try to ensure that yes, the peace process within the Great Lakes region takes effect. But this is coming at a time when tensions are rising, the war is on, diplomatic relations between Kinshasa and Kigali is not at its best. That's why I'm here to understand from Honorable. First of all, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bide. Welcome to Bugolobi.
Thank you, and thank you so much for welcoming me here. We know that all is not well. The process has been on. There is a process that was initiated by the President of Angola. There is a process that is initiated by the former President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, to ensure that there is peace within the region. But now the guns have forced many people to flee their homes from Eastern DRC Congo. There's many refugees coming to Uganda. People are being displaced, people are being raped and killed. The region seems to be moving at a slow pace. Why is this so?
First of all, this is a very unfortunate situation again. Eastern DRC has for many years been in a state of insecurity, chaos, and outright mayhem. And that is why MONUSCO, who have done nothing to resolve this matter, have been there for many years, with the hope that MONUSCO could by now pacify the situation and make that place more peaceful. But what has happened recently is very, very unfortunate, and the region has got to deal with it immediately to grasp the matter and see how to immediately bring peace and calm in the area. The Nairobi process, which is being chaired by President Uhuru, had asked for two main things to happen. Had asked for a dialogue, a political dialogue and a diplomatic dialogue between the M23 and all the other negative forces with the Kinshasa government to find a political and diplomatic solution to their issues that is causing them to cause insecurity in Eastern DRC. Alternatively, if they fail to accept, that's rebels, if they fail to accept to dialogue and the political solutions to this matter, then what had been formed as the East African Standby Force would then be brought in as alternative to deal with them and wipe them out.
But Honorable, you know that you've been moving in circles, month in, month out. Talks have been on. There is no, the guns are still raging on. From 20th October, we see many people being killed, and you still call on negotiations. Why can't we deploy once and for all?
Well, deployment also has delayed and has been very slow. One of the problems with the delay was that there's been a transition and changes government in Kenya. Hence, that delay. The second delay is that the UPDF in Uganda, who are very willing to participate in this process, and will participate in this process. Fortunately, are also engaged in addressing the matter of the ADF, who are also in security in this region. But I hope that the leaders, when they meet soon, maybe by tomorrow, if they meet soon, they will be able to design a solution so that these group of M23 who have chosen to use arms in order to cause terror, mayhem in the region, will have to face the wrath of East African Standby Force.
Yes, but as the standby force is being prepared, I know that you're talking about leaders coming together and sit maybe tomorrow. That is the Nairobi process. But still, we see there is some seeming coalition of the willing and unwilling. We see what is happening with Kinshasa and Kigali. Still, this is also another stumbling block to the process. Yeah,
that is a diversion. A very unfortunate diversion. What's happening between Kinshasa and Kigali is a very unfortunate diversion, but it's a diversion that will have to be addressed similarly tomorrow in Nairobi if the head of states meet to find a solution to why there's this disagreement that has now escalated into ambassadors being recalled or not recalled, rather expelled from the cities. Anything is possible in this region, and one of the possible things we're working towards is bringing a peaceful solution in the region, but also resolving the differences that exist between the capital cities.
You know, these M23 rebels, after being formed in 2012, almost now 10 years again, they regroup 2021. Kinshasa accuses Rwanda of supporting the rebels, a claim that Rwanda denies, but also USA is accusing Rwanda. Who is fueling these rebels? Because they keep on coming, regrouping, they take towns, they go to Rushuru, they go to Chwanja, they take up these towns, displace people, take control. Who is giving them the power and the weaponry?
One of the unfortunate story of Eastern DRC is the curse that DRC carries. The curse that DRC has is that part of the DRC is one of the richest.
You're talking about North Kivu?
That part of the DRC is the richest square meter, each square meter in any area in the world. Gold, diamond, coltan, everything minerals found in that area. So unfortunately, you don't only have M23. You don't only have FDLR, you don't only have Nyamakulenga and whatever it is. No, you have even other small groups who have chosen to form their own armies in order to extract and loot minerals from that area. And MONUSCO is aware of this. There are well over 500 private airstrips in that area. Every day you have tens of aircrafts flying in and out of that area, bringing arms and going out with their loot. Now, what has happened as a result of that is that there are groups who are protecting their areas where the loot is.
Are you accusing MONUSCO of aiding the loot and exploitation of this oil-rich, this mineral-rich region?
What I'm saying is that MONUSCO has failed over the years to reduce or eliminate the kind of looting and stealing that is going on in that region, because it seems that along the way the individuals that are posted within the UN capacity, MONUSCO, have no stomach for addressing the matter in the Eastern DRC. It seems they seem to come there for holiday or for just to spend time and get their salaries, and then and then go back home. But they don't actively participate in fighting. That's why President Museveni refers to them as preserver. They are in the process of preserving terrorists.
This is a very strong claim that will give you a hard time before the UN in New York to defend once you go back for that UN Security Council.
It's not something hard to defend. They have been there over 20 years. They have one of the biggest budgets in the United Nations. We want to see their scorecard as to what they have managed to achieve in all these years. And we have consistently, and not only in Uganda, but the DRC itself have asked them to leave if they cannot do anything in the Eastern DRC. So it's not me or Henry Okello talking these matters. There are bigger people, head of states, who are saying that MONUSCO has failed in its mandate to do what is to do there, and it receives a very big budget, and it is not proven anything in all these years. So therefore, I've got nothing to apologize about what I've said, but it is true that MONUSCO has failed. They have failed to prove to us their responsibility, and they've done it for them to show on the scorecard.
You know that they would border also on the vote of no confidence to the UN Security Council and also other partners who support the MONUSCO in DRC.
Yes, but you see the politics of the UN. That's why the MONUSCO is still there. The politics of the UN, because MONUSCO employs people, MONUSCO gives opportunities to other people. So that's why MONUSCO is there. Otherwise, I think MONUSCO needs to be restructured and needs to get a new mandate and given new responsibilities in order to be able to do its job.
Okay. You know, Honorable, UPDF is already on ground with the Operation Shuja, and now you're also talking about having a East Africa standby force. You have to take troops from across the region, ESC. This will also give you a collision path, of course, with the rebels, once the standby force meets the rebels, meets the Operation Shuja. This is likely going to be also another battle on the ground.
Yes, but if it's necessary, it has to be done. But I don't think that there is any contradictions, and I don't believe that the armies will be crossing each other. These are very professional armies. They have professional. They know the terrain so well, and each one knows what their mandate is and what they're supposed to be doing.
But of course, where two elephants fight, the grass will.
Well, that is Stephen Bide continuing the conversation. But in response from the Republic of Rwanda, Office of the Government spokesperson responds to the escalation by the DRC, and this letter is dated 30th of October 2022, and it reads: Rwanda notes with regret the decision by the government of the DRC to expel Rwandan Ambassador Vincent Karega. Rwandan security forces at our border with DRC remain on alert as we continue to monitor the Congolese escalation. Of particular concern is the continued collusion between the Congolese armed forces with the FDLR and their attempts to target the border areas with heavy weaponry, as well as the belly soul anti-Rwanda rhetoric being broadcast by the DR officials. And it concludes by saying it is regrettable the government of DRC continues to scapegoat Rwanda to cover up and distract from their own governance and security failures. Rwanda remains committed to contributing to a sustainable, peaceful regional security solution within the agreed regional frameworks, including the Luanda Roadmap and the Nairobi process. And that brings us to the end of this conversation. As we